4 high schools, 7 middle schools, 1 college, and a university, and much more. Now introducing your most comprehensive weekly local sports show in Madison County, the Richmond Register Sports Show. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, Solar and Green Solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Here's your host for all things local sports, the Richmond Register sports editor, Nathan Hutchison.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show. My name is Nathan Hutchinson. I'm the sports editor of the Richmond Register and appreciate you tuning in this week. Coming up in just a few minutes, we will be joined by Berea College women's basketball coach Trent Milby, and he's brought along a couple of his seniors, Destiny Combs and Aaliyah Hampton. The Mountaineers are having a heck of a season again this year, 18-1, 10-0 in their league, and heading toward a regular season conference championship and possibly hosting their conference championship down at the Seabury Center in a few weeks. So we look forward to speaking with them in a few minutes. And then at the end of the show, my friend Ricky Elkins is here to embarrass me. So please hang around for that, because that's always a lot of fun. But first and foremost, we're going to give you a recap of the week that was in Madison County sports, like we always do. And without a doubt, the biggest game in the county this week, as far as high school basketball goes, was on Friday night at Berea Community. This one was rather a lot of emotions coming into this, but Madison Southern taking on Berea Community, the Lady Eagles versus Lady Pirates. And of course, if you've paid any attention to high school sports in this county this year, you know the backstory here. Chesney Lovins, a senior at Berea Community, right before the start of the season, transferred over to Madison Southern. She was ruled ineligible by the KHSAA. That she has appealed that decision, and that appeal is still pending. But Chesney Lovins was on the Madison Southern bench on Friday night as the Lady Eagles went into Berea Community, and it was a packed house. It was loud. Both teams showed up. Their fans showed up in full force, and what a heck of a game this was. 55-54, Berea Community picks up the win. Sophie Brewer, 15 points, including 2 late free throws to seal the victory. Maddie King and Abby Beard, 13 points each. Lauren Stepp, 9 points. Berea Community was 13 of 17 from the free throw line. Used a late 8-0 run to pick up the victory, but man, what a emotionally charged night. Luckily, things did not get out of hand. The crowd was under control, and we had live TV there, and it was a crazy night. But it was Berea Community 55-54. For the Madison Southern Lady Eagles, it was Hadley French with 22 points, including 6 3-pointers, one late in the game, which got Southern back within a point. Bella Moberly with 19 points as well. And the aforementioned Ricky Elkins was there to cover the game for us, and afterwards he got a chance to talk to Coach Damian Stepp and Sophie Brewer.
And here we are tonight with Coach Damian Stepp and Sophie Brewer, a big district matchup between Berea and Madison Southern, and Berea comes out top, 55-54, and probably one of the closest games I've seen this season. Coach, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, that's district basketball right there. That's kind of the way that those games are supposed to work out. I think both teams really deserve to win that ball game. They both fought their hearts out and played. We happened to get hot there at the end, and we made a little bit of a run and was able to hold it off. But my hat's off to Madison Southern, Coach Curtis and his team. They played their hearts out, and they played really well tonight. Our girls, I think it might be the best we've played this season, collectively as a whole group. So, we feel real fortunate to come out with the win. Really excited about, kind of showing and convincing ourselves, if nobody else, that, we are a contender here in this district. So.
Sophie, a quick question. It was going back and forth. I mean, you all would take a lead for 3 or 4 points. They'd come back and take 3 or 4 points. At any time during this matchup, did you get a little anxious and say, ooh, I don't know?
Well, I mean, I know my team, and we're not one to just give up easily. But, I mean, it obviously is scary being kind of close the whole time. But I have faith in my teammates and confidence in them. So, I wasn't really too worried. We've came back from being far behind before, and that wasn't even the case today. It was just good overall throughout the whole game, all of us, and yeah, I'm really proud of how we stuck with it.
Now, Coach, tell me, does this send a message to some of the other teams?
Well, I think that there's kind of been that question mark with the number of kids we graduated last year, whether we could kind of come back and be, competitive amongst 11th region teams. Our schedule was built for, kind of proving that we were not finished. We got a lot of, we got a lot of quality competition early. We still got a lot to go, and our goal this year was to put this bunch in a position to compete come tournament time. So, between now and then, we're going to have ups and downs, and we happen to be kind of having a big up right now, and we feel good about that. But we're going to try to keep them grounded and level-headed. We got to go to Lexington Catholic tomorrow, another team that's kind of up and rising in the 11th, and go up there and play at their place tomorrow. So, we'll enjoy this now, but you got to kind of put that one behind you and go ahead and look at what's ahead.
Sophie, tell me, I know it's going to be a short celebration, but any big plans for tonight? Going to the Huddle House?
Maybe, I don't know. We're all really excited, and there's a lot to be happy about and a lot to celebrate with this win. So, yeah.
Well, good luck, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate Ricky being there for us and covering the game. I was not able to be there, and I really sad I missed that one because I love those big game atmospheres, and obviously that one had a lot of extra stuff with it, but fun night for everybody down there. So Berea Community's Lady Pirates, it was a busy week for them in addition to picking up that win over Madison Southern on Friday night. On Wednesday, they took on Owen County in the opening round of the All-A state tournament over at Eastern Kentucky University. Led for most of the game, were up 5 points early in the fourth quarter, but a pair of actually back-to-back three-pointers by Owen County changed the momentum, and it was Owen County picking up a 30-25 victory over Berea. Second straight year the Lady Pirates have lost in the opening round of the All-A state tournament. Abby Beard, 10 points, Lauren Stepp with 8 points. And then on Saturday, after the big win over Madison Southern, Berea went on the road and picked up a hard-fought and certainly not very pretty, but still a victory, 33-31 win in overtime over Lexington Catholic. Abby Beard, 13 points. Sophie Brewer, 10 points. Berea shot just 37.5% from the field, but Lexington Catholic shot just 20% from the field, so not exactly a thing of beauty, but Berea does go to 14-7 with the victory, and the Lady Pirates are back in action Tuesday at Bath County. Madison Southern's Lady Eagles, in addition to the loss to Berea, had one other game on the week, and that was on Tuesday when they picked up a 49-37 win at home over Lincoln County. Hadley French, 18 points. Bella Moberly, 14 points, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, and she also had 10 rebounds. And Megan Carell with 8 points as well. 13-9 on the season for the Lady Eagles, back in action Tuesday at home versus Frederick Douglass. Madison Central, Lady Indians moved to 16-4 this week with a pair of wins to push their winning streak to 4 games overall. Monday, a 52-38 win at Montgomery County, and on Tuesday, a 61-29 victory at home over Bryan Station. Against Montgomery County, it was Bailey Hensley, 16 points and 15 rebounds. Eden Carter with 5 points, and Olivia Metcalf with 8 points. Against Bryan Station, 9 different players scored in that blowout victory. Hensley with 11 points, Natea Strader with 9 points, Brittany Campbell with 9 points, and Madison Central hit 5 3-pointers in the first half and took off from there and rolled to a nice, easy victory. The Lady Indians were supposed to play again on Friday against Lafayette, but with the Fayette County Public Schools canceling on Friday, that game did get canceled. So only had 2 games last week. So after the game on Thursday, though, we had a chance to talk to Coach Scott True Sr. and the birthday girl, Eve Carter. All right, we're here at Madison Central High School where the Lady Indians have picked up a 61-29 win over 11th region rival Bryan Station. Coach Scott True and the birthday girl, 18th birthday, Eve Carter. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much. It's a good win tonight.
Yeah, you guys got up there, hit 5 3-pointers in the first half, which you guys not particularly put up a high volume of threes.
Sure.
You hit 5 there and get off to a good start.
Yeah, we got some good looks early. Our post players did a really good job early for us, and they collapsed down on them, and we got the kick outs. The girls knocking down shots. But it was a really good start for us. We need that tonight because we got to go back-to-back nights, having to go to Lafayette tomorrow night.
Yeah, and Eve, there's so much depth on this team. 8 different ladies scored again tonight, and you're getting some more playing time now, and it's there's so much depth on this team. Let's talk about all the great talent you guys have.
Oh, we're doing very good. We're getting better at defense. Luckily, we're doing very great things on defense.
Yeah, and I guess you guys got to love playing in his style, where you just get up and down and run and press and force people, and it's got to be a fun way to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're pretty aggressive with defense. When we get offense off our defense and we get denied with some turnovers and whatnot, that really makes it easier for us. And she played a part of that night. But collectively, defense has been our staple all year long, and it'll continue to be if we're going to have any success in the postseason.
Yeah. Just talking about you got to play a whole lot on your birthday. Just talking about what that meant to you.
It was exciting. It's in a little minute, but it was exciting.
Yeah. All right. And right back at it again tomorrow up in Lexington, right? Another
Yeah,
tough
we have to go to
11th
Lafayette
region.
tomorrow night. Triple header, 5, 6, and 7:30. So another tough 11th region opponent tomorrow night.
Okay. Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well, happy birthday to Eve. I know Eve was a little shy there, but we do appreciate her talking to us. And she's a senior on the team. It was her 18th birthday, so we definitely wanted to make sure we give her a little love. So happy birthday, Eve. So like we said, the Lafayette game, like they talked about there, the Lafayette game, when the time we taped that video was still on, and then later it did get canceled. So Madison Central doesn't have another game now until Saturday at home against Nicholas County. The Model Lab girls this week, a couple of games, a win and a loss. Wednesday 39-32 on the road over Eminence, and then Saturday 55-25 loss at home to Wayne County. In the win over Eminence, it was freshman J.D. Balzer with 18 points, Maya Bondari with 8 points, and Riley Hunt with 6 points. And against Wayne County, it was Maya Bondari with 13 points, including 3 3-pointers. 6-8 on the season for the Lady Patriots, back in action Monday at Bergen. Moving over to the boys' side of high school basketball here in Madison County. Madison Southern, a couple of games this past week, both of them at home. On Tuesday, a 95-66 loss to North Laurel, and then Friday, a 78-69 win over Boyle County. And of course, the game Tuesday against North Laurel was the one I'm sure that they had circled on their calendar for a long, long time, with Reed Shepard, the UK commit, and all the hoopla that goes around with that and the North Laurel program. But bad timing, really, because Madison Southern not at full strength. Kaysen Nobby and Ashton Hazelwood both out of the lineup. And so a little bit shorthanded. But the Eagles put up a fight but could not come up with the win. Like I said, 95-66 as the Jaguars pulled away in the second half. It was Zach Hudson, 21 points, Braden Hudson, 12 points, and Jay Rose and Avery Davidson with 11 points each. And, of course, Reed Shepard had 31 points and 8 rebounds. But the Eagles did bounce back big time on Friday night with a nice solid win over Boyle County. Zach Hudson had a monster night, 33 points, 17 rebounds. Jay Rose had 19 points. Brett Ursuline, 12 points. Southern shot 54% from the field and 19 of 27 from the free throw line. 15-7 on the season for the Eagles, back in action Tuesday at 11th region rival Dunbar. Madison Central Indians, their brutal schedule continues. But of course, they do this every year. Coach Feldhaus just stacks that schedule with as many top 25 teams as possible, and this year is definitely no different. On Tuesday, a 52-42 loss at Lincoln County. On Friday, a 63-50 loss to Trinity. And then on Saturday, a 70-46 win over Harlan County at the Rocket Classic down in at the Rockcastle County High School. In the loss to Lincoln County, it was Jalen Davis with 20 points. In the loss to Trinity, it was Jaden West with 20 points and Jalen Davis with 16 points, which pushed him past 1,500 for his career. And then Saturday against Harlan County, 4 players in double figures, including Robbie Todd, who had 22 to push him past 1,000 for his career. Jaden Davis, 13 points. Landon Ray hit 4 threes and finished with 12 points. And Eli Steele had 10 points as well. Madison Central has really struggled to get offense from anybody besides Robbie Todd, Jalen Davis, and Jaden West this year. But in this game, they got 30 points from people other than them, which was huge for them. And after the game, here's Robbie Todd and Coach Alan Feldhouse talking about the big win. Rockcastle County High School, where the Madison Central Indians have picked up a win over Harlan County. With the pizza there is Robbie Todd and Coach Alan Feldhouse Jr. And Coach, after the loss last night in Trinity, there was a long talk in the locker room afterward, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Good talk.
We have those, ebbs and flows of the season, especially this year with our schedule. It's been brutal, and just so glad tonight to have some other people other than our main three to step up and do something. That's what we've been waiting on. We figured it out. We scored 70 points. Take Robbie and Jalen and Jaden's points away, our other guys scored 30. And we haven't been anywhere close to that all year. So and Jalen did a great job with assists. I think he ended up with 7 assists. He had 20 assists on the night. That's what I told Robbie and Jalen and Jaden, you got to trust these other guys that they're going to get shots. We can't be afraid to throw it to them. And finally, hopefully, the dam has broke, and maybe we can count on those guys. And we said before the game, if we could just get those others to get us 15 points a game, 15 points, that should be our goal. And we'll go out and have 30 tonight, so that was really good. Robbie got his 1,000 points. We got that off his shoulders. You don't have to worry about that. So we'll take care of that Tuesday night when we play Breathitt County. And we just needed a win just for our frame of mind. I know they didn't have Noah, but I don't care. We needed a win.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm with him. Like Landon Rice stepped up. He hit 4 threes. He hit a couple shots.
Eli hit some shots.
Yeah, so I mean that's what he's been preaching on, and we all clicked together today, so it helped us get a good win.
Yeah. So you probably knew you were at 999 coming in.
Hey, if he didn't, his mama did.
Yeah, she's been waiting for it. She's really excited. I know when I go out there, she's gonna be hyping me up.
Yeah. Well, you get that out of the way real quick, and take care of things. Right?
Yeah. So I'm excited for this week. We have a big week ahead of us. So the 3 big games. So I'm excited for that.
You added Breathitt, so
we were a game short, and I hate this time of season to have a week off. So I've been begging for 2 weeks to find somebody. So I got Coach Holcomb to help me out, so I got Breathitt coming to the house on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and then of course they got North Laurel on Saturday, right?
Yep. And we got Evangel Christian Friday. I think they'll walk away with that Class A. It wouldn't surprise. They are really good. So yeah, big week.
11-11 on the season now for Central, and they got another tremendously tough week coming up. Tuesday at home against Breathitt, Friday at home against Evangel Christian, and then on Saturday another big one. It'll be North Laurel coming into Richmond. And bringing along the circus that comes with that, all the media and all the UK folks and everybody that comes along with that. So another very, very tough week for the Indians coming up. Berea Community's Pirates this past week, 2 games both on the road. Monday an 81-69 loss at Frankfort Christian, and then on Saturday an 82-50 win over Rose Hill. That was the second time this season the Pirates have beaten Rose Hill. They played them in the Berea Holiday Classic back in December. But in the loss to Frankfort Christian, Cam Puckett 27 points, Finley Blevins 18 points, and Jack Hemingway with 10 points. And in the win over Rose Hill, it was Cam Puckett again, 24 points. Cannon Cummins was back in the lineup after being out for a little bit. He had 21 points. Tommy Banderman 16 points, and Finley Blevins with 10 points. Tuesday at home for the Pirates against Lee County. 3 games this past week for the Model Lab Patriots. Tuesday, a 69-63 loss at home to East Jessamine. Thursday, a 58-45 win at Jackson City. And then on Friday, a 54-43 loss at Henry County. In the win over Jackson City, it was Cale Vickers with 25 points, 6 3-pointers. Keshav Bhandari, 13 points. Model shot 46.8% from the field. How about Cale Vickers on the season, folks? 15.8 points a game, and he has 65 3-pointers. So Patriots 8-12 back in action Tuesday at home against Bergen. Moving on to the Collegiate Conference of the South and our friends at Berea College. And of course, that's why I'm rocking the blue today, because our friends from the women's basketball team will be here in a few minutes. But the women had only one game this week, and that was a 68-47 victory at the Seabury Center over Covenant College. Leah Hampton, 14 points, 6 rebounds. Lincala James, 12 points and 8 rebounds. Drea Satori and Jaden Merriweather with 11 points each. Mountaineers were up 34-15 at the half and rolled from there to another victory to go to 10-0 in the Collegiate Conference of the South. Berea was supposed to take on Wesleyan College on Saturday at the Seabury Center, but that game has been postponed. Wesleyan didn't have enough players. They may or may not reschedule that one. I was just talking to Coach Milby, and he said they didn't know if they'd be able to play that one or not. To be honest, Wesleyan is one of the worst teams in the CCS, so probably is a game that doesn't need to be rescheduled, probably. But 18-1 on the season now for Berea College. That one loss to the number 2 ranked Transylvania Pioneers, and like we said, 10-0 in the Collegiate Conference of the South. And they're back in action Friday at Huntington College. The Berea College men also only had one game this past week. It was also on Wednesday, also at home against Covenant College. And the Mountaineers erased a late 6-point deficit to get to overtime. But in the overtime, it was Covenant College pulling away for an 87-78 win. The Berea College had won the first game between these two teams down on the road, but could not finish off the regular season sweep. Berea College was just 3 of 13 from the field in the overtime, while Covenant College hit 9 of 10 free throws in the overtime to seal the victory. Jerome Montgomery, 25 points, 5 steals. Isaac Cottle, 22 points and 12 rebounds. And Marquise Mackey, 10 points. 11-9 on the season now for Berea College, 3-4 in the CCS. And just like the women, they're back in action Friday at Huntington. Big week for EKU men's and women's hoops as well. For the men, it was Bellarmine week. The A-Sun has done this year, where you play teams on back-to-back games in the same week. But Thursday, the teams played in Louisville, and it was the Knights picking up a 72-71 win. And then on Saturday, here in Richmond, it was the Colonels picking up a 73-63 win. The Thursday game, man, this was one that really got away from the Colonels. Up 15 points in the second half, but they scored just 3 points over the final 5+ minutes of the game. And Garrett Tipton, you might have seen this highlight running around out there on social media. He hits a 3-pointer at the buzzer to give Bellarmine the victory. Michael Marino, 21 points, 9 rebounds. Isaiah Kozar, 12 points and 10 rebounds. And that's one of those games that you certainly hope at the end of the season, when they're doing the seeding for the conference tournaments, that a loss like that doesn't hurt the Colonels and hurt them and maybe knock them out of having a home game deep into the playoffs. But that one really, really hurt. Up 15 points in the second half to come up short there. But they did get their revenge on Saturday night over here in Richmond, in a game that featured 8 ties and 6 lead changes. EKU hit its free throws down the stretch and picked up the 73-63 win over Bellarmine. Devontae Blanton, 22 points, 13 rebounds, and Leland Walker with 20 points. 14-9 on the season for the Colonels, 7-3 as they still stay up in that upper part of the A-Sun standings. The 2 more home games this coming week, starting off with Thursday matchup with Jacksonville State. EKU's women's basketball team was on the road this past week, split a pair of games. On Thursday, 84-61 loss at Florida Gulf Coast, and then Saturday an 83-70 win at Stetson, their first road A-Sun win of the year. And the win over Stetson, it was Antoinette Walker with 17 points and 8 rebounds. Calissa Lacey and Alicia Recanati with 16 points each. 13-9 on the season for the Colonels, 6-3 in the A-Sun, as they also continue to stay near the top of the A-Sun standings. And they are also back home on Thursday against Lipscomb in a doubleheader over here at Alumni Coliseum. And high school wrestling, Madison Central finished 6th out of 12 teams at the 2023 Class 3A state duels on Saturday in Louisville. Indians earned victories over Davies County and South Oldham, but lost to St. X and then fell to Ryle in the 5th place match. So got a lot of stuff coming up this week, folks. The swim regional, the Region 9 championships are Friday and Saturday over at Alumni Coliseum. We'll be over there to get your results of that. Of course, that includes all 4 Madison County teams. We'll have all that for you. We have lots of big high school basketball games. EKU doubleheaders at Alumni Coliseum Thursday and Saturday. So all kinds of good stuff. So as always, keep it tuned right here, and we'll keep you updated with everything going on in Madison County sports. So hang with us, because here in just a minute, we're going to have Trent Milby with us.
Stack of the week.
Stephanie Miserandino here with IHAP and partner Destination Athlete, presenting Gavin Kinley with his Stack of the Week. You get your t-shirt, 52 weeks of free pancakes, and your IHOP gift card. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Gavin. Gavin's in 7th grade, wrestling varsity this year. He's got a really bright future.
Stack of the Week. The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, solar and green solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
Welcome back. We are pleased to be joined by the winningest women's basketball coach in Berea College basketball history, Mr. Trent Milby. Congratulations, Coach. Only took you 9 years to get that record. You tore through that record pretty quickly.
Well, I appreciate it. Glad to
I know
be
it's something
here.
you probably don't even care about, do you?
No, you don't think about it till you get close to it. But, it's something that's an honor to do, and couldn't have done it without these two seniors that's here today and the rest of everyone that's played under me since I've been at Berea College.
Yeah. 177 and 63 in 9 seasons, and you've kind of done the gamut of everything here, because when you came in, the Berea College was still playing NAIA Division II with the KIAC, and then they were independent for a couple of years, then in the USA South, now in the Collegiate Conference of the South, and there'll be some big news coming out later about another move that will be coming, but you kind of seen this program go through a lot of different phases.
I have, and that was one of the intriguing parts about taking the job, becoming the first full-time women's basketball coach at Berea. At the time, athletic director Mark Cartmill talked to me about that. We was transitioning from NAIA to NCAA D3. I had no clue what that meant at that time. Had no clue. Played in the USCAA there for a couple years while we was transitioning. Got in this conference, the USA South, for I guess three years before COVID hit, and then
kind of splintered into two.
Kind of just splintered into two this year, and it's basically the same teams. Just added Belhaven and Brevard kind of dropped and stayed in the USA South.
Yeah. And another great year for you guys, 18-1, closing in on your 6th straight 20-win season. I often joke to folks that you're kind of like the kind of maybe the little gem of Kentucky college basketball in Kentucky, because you don't get a lot of attention down there. You just keep winning games and winning championships and doing great things.
Well, I've always, as a coach, this is my 20th year as a head coach, and I always talk about consistent. I want my players to be consistent day to day, year to year, and to do that, a coach has to be like that too. And if you're consistent, you're at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you'll have a great record and a lot of achievements. But it's all about being consistent.
Yeah. And you talk about taking this job, and I think most people around the high school basketball world in Kentucky remember you from Marion County, winning the state championship there. You were National Coach of the Year with you had Epps and all those fantastic young ladies on that team. You had a great run there, and like I said, transitioned right into the college level after that.
Yeah, those kids was really good. They were really good. 39-0. We talked about it the year before about going undefeated. Just kind of threw it out there, and I knew if we didn't get any injuries, we could do that. Interested tidbit, and a lot of people don't know this, but that same year, Coach Feldhouse up here at Madison Central won the state tournament. Well, I played for Coach Feldhouse at Greene County.
Oh.
So he was a lot meaner back then. He was young. He's probably 28, 29 years old. But no, he taught me a lot, and I appreciate everything he's done.
A lot meaner, wow.
Oh, listen. Them veins start coming out. Hey,
don't tell referees in the 11th region that.
He was bad. Back then, you could get 3 technicals, and I remember one night he got 3 technicals.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
Well, and of course, you guys during that run played them quite a bit when his daughter was playing.
We did, and
Ashton.
they were a top 5 team in the state during that run, and I think we played them.
You came in here one night and whooped them pretty good, if I remember right.
that was probably 2011-12, and then we played them twice the year we won the state title. Played them at Marion County, and then played them up in Montgomery County Christmas tournament. So they had Larry Brooks and Ashton Feldhouse at Berea, really good basketball players.
Yeah.
And I coached both of them in the summertime with Kentucky Premier. So
yeah, I was going to say in addition to Marion County, you were one of the premier AAU coaches in the state.
Yeah. We founded that program back in 2008, and it kind of took off. And we wasn't going to do it this long, but we've helped a lot of kids get college scholarships.
Yeah. Going back to the Marion County days, who is it? Dalen?
Dalen Spalding
actually played for you at Marion County.
She was
6th or 7th grader.
I want to say she was in 5th grade.
5th grade.
And I was doing middle school as well, because I felt like I needed to. That's when I started with Michaela Epps and Kyvan Good and Rogers and all that. They were middle school. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go coach them as well. And I just kept coaching while they was playing. And Dalen was a 5th grader playing up on the 7th grade team. So she knew about me, so she knew how I was, and I'm
decided to come to Berea anyway.
I'm glad she came to Berea.
All right, well, let's talk about this year's team. 18-1, 10-0 in the Collegiate Conference of the South. Your only loss is to the number 2 ranked team in the Division III in Transylvania. But and I talked to you a couple weeks ago, this probably maybe the deepest team you guys have had since you've been here. I mean, I know you got I think it's 4 double-digit score, 4 kids averaging double digits, one just a little bit below that, and you got size for the first time in a while, and so this may be the most complete team you've had.
Yeah, it's probably the most complete team. We're athletic. We can shoot the basketball. We've got an inside presence. We can go 8-9 deep if we need to. I could play all of them if I needed to. But majority of the nights it's 8 or 9 deep, and I mean when they want to play, they can turn it on and turn it off, and sometimes it's frustrating that they just kind of coast, but it's just a matter of time before we're going to make one of those runs, and the game's going to be over. Yeah. And the loss to Transy's really good. I mean, they've got 5 seniors. They play a disciplined game. They're efficient. They play a 2-3 zone that's hard to deal with, but we didn't make any shots that night, but we'll take 18-1 at this point in the season.
Yeah, and you got these 2 seniors, but a lot of the rest of the roster is really young.
So. Really young. We got of course Big Lynn, the freshman. I guess Jaden and Andrea and Dalen are all sophomores, so the future's still bright.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's talk about. I always love it when we have the guests standing off camera, because we can always look over and make fun out. Aaliyah, came in right off the bat. Was she Player of the Year, her freshman year in the league? She's had a tremendous career. I think it's 1,300 career points or something like that. And I know she's been a little bit banged up this year, but just putting together another great season though, and being a leader.
She is. Last year she was dealing with a knee injury. I guess I don't know what it was. Still don't know what it was. Kind of hobbled around, played through it. Got in the semifinals last year. The conference tournament had 38, so they couldn't guard her even with a bad knee. We were up 7 with like 7 minutes to go in the championship game, and she tore her Achilles, and it kind of went south from there. But I'm shocked that she's back this soon. I was thinking maybe January, but she hasn't missed a game all year. She put in the time in the rehab with the trainers, even though she didn't like to. I mean, she fusses about it every day, and still today fusses about it because she's got to go every day. And I would rather her go see the trainer every day in rehab than practice, because we need her in the games, and that's how important she is out on that basketball floor.
And it seems like you've been kind of, I don't want to say limiting her minutes, but you kind of been watching them, and because she used to really never even come off the court, really, most of the time.
Well, it goes back to we've got depth, and those kids have stepped up and played. And I think in conference play, we've got 5 players in double figures. And Jade Merriweather, who's sophomore, I think she's the one that don't even average double figures for the season, but she's the leading scorer during the conference. So it just shows you the depth that we have, and that helps both of them because Destiny's dealing with a little injury in her arch of her foot too. So it's good to limit their minutes, but when we need them for 40 minutes, we'll have them.
Yeah, and then because Drea can run the point. She's been running the point for you quite a bit to take some, obviously, the ball control, or the ball handling duties off.
Drea Satori's a true point guard. She can score the basketball. Sometimes she gets me frustrated that she won't shoot the basketball, but when she wants to, she can score 20 on a given night as well. And she takes care of the basketball, don't turn it over, and plays tremendous defense.
Yeah, and Destiny, you guys got her listed at 5'8", but I mean she is just a rebounding machine in there, and going up against a lot of times, kids that are a lot bigger than her, over 500 career rebounds now. She just gets in there and fights and claws and is just a force down there.
Oh yeah, I mean she like I said, she dealing with a little injury, but she just claws. Like last year, I believe she holds the record. 24. Was it 24?
Yeah.
24 rebounds in one game, and she can score as well. And I think her scorings went down a little bit this year due to the fact that Big Lynn's came in, and that's fine. We don't care about who does this, who does that. We just care about winning, and it's going to be somebody different every night.
Yeah, and like I said, the time you've been here, you've never had someone like Lancala James. I mean, she's just a force in there, and
she is.
She didn't play a lot in the beginning of the year, working herself into game shape, and she's something to deal with down there.
She is, and she's very skilled. Her hands are good. She can score. She can step out and shoot 15 to even to the 3-point line. She has made one or two, I think, but we try to keep her down there and get her the ball, and she rebounds. She just knows how to play basketball. She's a very good player, and of course she comes from a good program down there at Bowling Green. So,
yeah. Well, you guys have won every conference game by at least 11 points. You kind of dominated this league. You do have 5, maybe 6 regular season games left. I know Wesleyan canceled on you over the weekend, who may or may not make that one up, but you got 5 left. The team that finishes in first place gets to host that tournament, so I'm sure you guys would love to have that thing at the Seabury Center, like you did back in 2020 when you hosted the
That's our goal.
USA South.
That's our goal. I'd like to go undefeated, obviously, but we're going on the road for I think 4 of the last 5, so that'll be big and huge, and we're capable of doing it. Sometimes I think we focus better on the road than we do at home. So. But we do want that tournament at home so people can come watch. And to me, when you're at home, you're more comfortable and it's easier maybe to win it and get to that NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I think LaGrange are probably the only one that can probably catch it, right? They're sitting there at 8-1, and you guys are 10-0, so that's probably the only team that has a chance to knock you out of the number 1 seed.
I hadn't told the girls this, but if we win the next 3, we secure that number 1 spot. So.
There you go.
There you go.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Yeah, cat's out of the bag.
All 3 of them are on the road, though.
All 3 on the road. So,
yeah.
I mean, we got to take care of business this week at Huntington. It's a tough place to play. They're athletic. But, we just have to be ready. It's like an 8-hour trip, so we have to get down there and get focused and take care of business.
Yeah, the travel in this league is brutal for you. You guys are the most northern team in this, and besides Maryville, Tennessee, there's nobody else really anywhere near you guys.
No, and then the game of the season, we're going to Jackson, Mississippi, so that's like a 11-hour drive, but fortunately, Berea's letting us fly, so
awesome.
That'll be good for us.
All right. And looking ahead, even past that, this league this year doesn't have an automatic bid to the NCAA Division III tournament. You can get an at-large. I know Ryan Hess was telling me there's even a Tier 2 bid or a Pool B bid or something. So if you can run this thing out and have one loss, you feel pretty confident you'll get an at-large?
Well, we're starting to get votes for top 25. So this week if you looked at, we're ranked like 33rd. So. I think we're a top 25 team, maybe even top 20 team. So, but again, you keep winning, and like I said, be consistent. Keep winning. They can't keep you out.
Yeah,
that's my motto. They can't. If we go 27-1, I don't see how they can keep us out.
Yeah, and you guys have been there before.
We've been
in 2022. They should know who you are. You went up there and played up in Michigan in the tournament right before the pandemic hit.
Played and then got home and. Went home.
The whole world shut down. Well, congratulations on everything. Like I said, Friday at Huntington, and then you guys got then you're going to LaGrange, and then after that it's Piedmont.
And 3.
Just one home game left against Maryville. I guess you'll do senior night for these two young ladies.
It'll be senior night, February 15th. It's on a Wednesday night, so it'll be a boy-girl doubleheader, and we'll have senior night for both us and the men.
Yeah. Come on out to the Seabury Center. There's never any fee for attendance. There's no tickets.
No.
You just come on in, hang out. They got a nice concession stand. Come get you some food, hang out, and watch some good Division III basketball. So, Coach, appreciate you coming in on this rainy, nasty Sunday
that's
here.
Fine. Get ready to go watch the football.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Who Day, right? Who Day?
Huh?
Are you Who Day?
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, he's Randy.
Oh,
there
you go. I knew I liked
you.
But I think Cincinnati might win. They might win.
All right, we'll be right back with the Destiny Combs and Aaliyah Hampton. Chopped liver. There's the chopped liver.
Chopped
right
liver.
there. Hey, you're gonna make a joke like that. I'm gonna make you say it in front of the camera.
Oh, okay. Close this out.
Close this out. All right, appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back next week with a whole new episode, and of course we're live Monday through Friday, about sometime between 9 and 10:30.
All the game action's over. That's right.
Yeah, whenever everything's over, we're live on Facebook for Madison County Sports Night Live, and of course we kill it on Twitter, Richmond R Sports, and on Facebook we're Register Sports.
That's right.
Say goodnight, Randy.
Hey, good night, Randy.
See you guys.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, solar and green solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Stack of the week.
Here with IHOP and partner Destination Athlete, presenting Carson Proctor with his IHOP Stack of the Week. You get your t-shirt, 52 weeks of free pancakes, and your IHOP gift card. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Carson. Carson, the past few weeks, has been improving his wrestling game tremendously. He had a couple big pins this weekend. You'll see in the video. Congratulations, Carson.
Welcome back. We are joined by Aaliyah Hampton and Destiny Combs and Berea College women's basketball team. Thanks for coming in, and congratulations on what is another great season. I know still some work to be done, but thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you guys, is this the last year for both of you? I know you're listed as seniors. I know we had the COVID thing and everything. I mean, are you guys, this is definitely the last run for both of you guys?
Sadly, yes, it is. Yeah, I think that's about it.
You guys have the option to come back, or do you know? I mean, with the COVID year, or are you guys ready to graduate and go on? Kind of where are you at?
We do have an option, but with Berea, it's kind of like tough to like get the extra year once you're like on the path to like graduate. It's like get extra classes. It's just hard, but. That's kind of true. I actually don't graduate until December of next year, but getting that extra semester it was like you got to find some classes to be able to get the extra semester. So I just called it a wraps with her. Yeah.
Hey, we just go out on top, right? You know, that's how you go. Well, it's been like we're saying with Coach there. I mean, you guys both came into the 1920 season, right? And it's been crazy switching leagues, and that first year you guys go all the way to the tournament, and then like Coach said, the whole world shut down as soon as you got back from that. You guys have won conference championships. It's been kind of a whirlwind. How do you put the last 4 years into perspective?
It's really crazy because we went from going to Michigan, then as soon as we got back, we had to leave. And then we had to make a decision, do we want to play through COVID? Yeah. But the way Berea was, it was really strict and it was really hard. So like a lot of teams didn't even get to play a lot of games. So it was just like it wasn't worth it to come back to play a whole year. We were only going to be playing like 5 games. So we just decided to take that year off, and then it was hard coming back because it was like, we ain't play basketball.
Yeah, that first game,
yeah.
I think it was like, not transy. I think it was that scrimmage.
Yeah, it was a scrimmage. Lindsey Wilson, maybe?
I think, but it was
so
tough.
Yeah,
it was like 18 months off.
Yeah, it was rough, but actually we got in the hang to it. And we had to adapt to a new team. So we were so used to Bailey, Love, Nikisha, like all of them, Bree, Bethany, all of them. But then we had a whole nother team, so we had a lot of growth to do and be able to work together.
Yeah, but that was. That first year you guys were all together. I mean, what a run. I mean, she's Conference Player of the Year. I think you were all conference as well. You guys get to go to Michigan up to the NCAA tournament. And,
yeah, it was a good run. It was fun, too.
It was
just
fun.
winning.
It was
went to that championship.
Then we went home. When we had the conference game at home, everybody was there.
Won the tournament at home,
yeah. tournament at home. It was really, we be telling the young girls about it, how it's a really good experience.
Yes, we got to have it home.
Yeah.
We got to win.
Three more wins, right? The coach already ruined that and told everybody 3 more wins and you lock it up at home. So you'd have the CCS tournament there at the Seabury Center. So for folks who don't know about Berea College, explain to everybody a little bit about what it's like to be a student athlete there. Because not only do you have your studies, you also have your work detail, and obviously you got to practice and all that stuff. So it's a very special setup, a very unique setup. So tell everybody kind of what that's like. It's much different than I would assume a normal college athlete.
Yes, so I work for the athletics, so I have to work all the games, athletic games. So I have to go to classes all day, and then as soon as you get out of classes, you got practice, and then if there's an athletic game, you have to go straight to work. So Berea busy is real.
Is that what they call it, Berea busy?
Yes, Berea busy.
Berea busy?
Yeah, definitely. I work at the campus mill, so I work at Women's Bev and them, and it's really hard because we're only at 8 to 4:30 jobs. So we don't work on the weekends. We only work Monday through Friday. So it's I got to go to classes, then I have to fit an hour in at least every day to be able to make my 10 hours a week. And then we have game. We're leaving this Thursday to go play on Friday, and we're going to be missing those hours of work. So it's really hard because you have to make up those hours, but you also have to focus on your school, but you also have a sport to play.
Yeah, if you don't get those hours, you get labor probation.
Oh, yeah, no preferential treatment, for athletes? No?
I mean, they're okay. They're okay, you
work
miss
with
it,
you,
but you have to make up the hours because you have to get to 10 hours. But one thing about the athletic department, though, they really do help us. If we're going through anything, we have our own therapist with the athletic department, and they make sure that the teachers understand, the professors understand, and our workers understand. So.
Yeah. You guys are both going through your own little injury issues right now. Talk a little bit about you got a foot thing going on right now.
Yeah. So in practice, I had a little sprain. We were doing 3-on-2, 2-on-1, and I had a little came down on someone's foot, sprained my ankle. I was in a boot for a few days, and now it's just I think it's my arch or something is just bothering me. But I'm pretty good. I've been going to therapy and stuff, and it's been helping. So.
Yeah, and like Coach said, you had the knee injury last year. He didn't even think you'd be back by the beginning of this season, but you haven't missed a game.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because tearing my Achilles was rough, and I had to have 2 surgeries because I had got an infection in my foot. So it set me back even more than I thought. But actually coming back before November, it was really crazy to me because at one point I thought I would never walk again. But I mean, it took a lot of work, going to physical therapy, getting the strength back, and then even with my knee, it's still causing me pain, but I have to go to physical therapy every day. It's either go to physical therapy or you're not playing. So
the infection in your foot was that bad?
Yeah, I had surgery March 8th when I actually tore my Achilles, and then April 23rd I had to have another surgery because the stitches came through my scar and it got infected. So then he had to cut me back open, and then had to restart the whole process all over again. But
wow, that's scary.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but we're here now, so
we're here. Looking forward. Well, talk to me about rebounding. I mean, you have over 500 career rebounds, and you're I was joking with Coach there. You're a lot of times you're not the biggest player on the court, but I guess positioning is a big thing, rebounding. But I think more than anything, it's just heart and hustle, right?
Yes, I just go out there and just try to get every board. I just play my role. I know, Milby always says, know your role, and I know my role is getting those rebounds, so I just go out there and just try to get every board that I can.
Well, you can score, too. Don't cut yourself. Don't sell yourself short there. You're not just a rebounder.
But that's what I focus on.
You're averaging 11.3 points a game. You score a little bit. So we'll talk about this team in particular. It's definitely a little different than the teams you guys have had in the past. Probably deeper, probably has more size. than you guys have had in the past, especially with Lynn coming in. So just talk about this team and how it kind of differs from some of the other last couple of years.
So we always had like bigs, but we never had like big. So Big Lynn, she's really helpful, and she also help us spread the floor a lot. So if we hit it in there to her, either they got to crash in, and then she can kick it out. But we have shooters, so we have Jaden, we have Madison, we have people that can shoot, Drea. Like, we can make it happen. So having her in there really has helped us a lot. And plus, can't nobody guard her in there. Because in our conference, I mean, we have a little size, but nobody as big as her. So it helped us a lot, honestly.
Yeah, how's this team different than the last couple of years? But in addition to Lynn.
Well, just like
she's the biggest addition, obviously.
Yeah, she has made a big difference. And then we have just like shooters. Everyone just plays really hard too. Everyone steps up to the plate. And, yeah.
And also, like, when losing Bailey, they knew that somebody else has to step up. Like, we still have me and Destiny, but we lost that third scorer we had last year. So, really, the young girls, Drea and Jaden and Daylon, like, they all really have stepped up and has helped us a lot.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, Drea playing a lot of point guard there.
Yeah.
That seems like that's what she... You have the ball in your hand quite a bit the last 3 years, but it seems like she likes that role too.
Yeah, like, I know that when it comes down to it, I don't have to have the ball to score for the last minute. Like, I can give it to her. She'll take care of it. She'll protect it, and she can get us a bucket if we need one.
Most of the time down the stretch, you guys don't need one though, because you're up so big. All right, I've mentioned this to you before, and we're going to give you an opportunity to do this on camera here, but your mother is one of our biggest followers on social media. Yes. Robin, right?
Yes, sir.
So give a little love to Mom out there.
Hey, Mama.
Everything we tweet, everything we do, her mom is all over it.
She's coming for my senior night, so she'll be there February 15th. Best believe it.
I think I've seen some combs on there too. Just give a shout out to your family.
Yes. Hey, Mama.
And because you're Christian County,
yes,
and you're from Louisville, right?
Yes.
That's right. So your family get to come down a whole lot, or often, or sometimes, or?
I live 3 hours and 30 minutes away, so like she tried to come for the weekend's game. She was gonna come to the Westland game, but I was like, I said, Mommy got canceled, so she was like, okay. And I haven't actually got to see her since she came to Lexington. I was Transy game, and I miss my mom a lot, honestly. But I told her just come down February 15th, and hopefully we get a dub.
Yeah, yours come down there, a little closer.
She does. Yes, it's only an hour and a half away, so my mom tries to make every game that she can.
Okay. You guys ever play in high school or AAU or anything? Play against each other?
No, actually, I never knew who she was. When we came freshman year, like, that was the first time we ever met, and people thought we was, like, sisters. It was like, have y'all been knowing each other? It was like, I never knew her. Like, we barely even talked. Like, we text, was like, hey, do you need this for the room? Other than that, we never said 2 words to each other.
Yeah, but we clicked, like, as soon as we got there.
Yeah, so.
All right. Well, lastly, tell us about what you're getting your degrees in and kind of what you want to do in the future.
I'm a health studies major. When I graduate, either I'm going to go get my master's or I'm going to just go into the nursing field.
So I'm a biology major, and I plan on going to dental hygiene school after this.
Cool. All right. Well, 18-1 on the season, 10-0 in the league. They've won every one of their league games by double digits. So totally tearing up the CCS, the newly formed conference down there. So Friday at Huntington, and then February 15th is the senior night. So come on out and support these young ladies. Like we said, it's free, no admission or nothing. So come on in. It's Seabury Center is a great venue, and obviously it's great basketball. So appreciate y'all coming in. Best of luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, solar and green solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms.
And welcome back today. For you all that don't know me, my name is Ricky Elkins. I normally tell you I'm Nathan 2.0 when you see me at the ball game. I'm actually
he's using the camera in his face.
Yeah, I'm just the freelance guy that helps him out a little bit. But the reason we're here today, and this guy's very, very humble. He didn't even bring the award, but this past weekend at the Kentucky Press Association Awards, he won Journalist of the Year and I think 5 first-place awards all in addition.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think the paper in itself, I know Ricky Barker, our boss, is extremely happy. We won 15 awards.
15 overall.
Out of
15
20.
first places.
Out of 20. And so very impressed, and I know he actually got mad at me. Because
he's making me do this.
Yeah, but we had about, I think Ricky about had to make him take a stick and hit him over the head to actually just apply for all these awards. But it come down to him winning it, and I was at the ball game at Berea, and he actually got mad at me because I told one of the coaches, and the coaches texted him. We're celebrating. He's like, "Why is the coach texting me?" And he's like, "Did you tell somebody?" I was like, "Well, Nathan, this is a big thing." And I know a lot of people don't know much about your journalism background, but we first met. I think we were both kids. Well, you were.
You're older than me now. Come on. Now.
But
we're not going to get into ages here. I don't know.
Okay. But initially, we met when we worked at the Jessamine Journal together
over in Nicholasville, the weekly paper over there.
Yeah, and before that, you worked in Lawrenceburg at a daily or a weekly paper there.
Yeah.
And you got your background a little bit from. We both went to UK and graduated from there.
Yeah.
I worked a whole lot more at the Kernel. I think you had some. The Kentucky Kernel was like the independent newspaper at UK, and but you had a lot of work with the Herald Leader.
I was what they called. Oh geez, what did they actually call it? We just answered the phones. I can't remember what the official title was. We answered phones on Friday and Saturday nights and took scores, and I got a chance to do a little bit of stuff there. And Mark Maloney, the great Mark Maloney, he was he wrote there for many years. He was the hockey guy. He covered the Kentucky Thoroughblades, and he actually had to be out for a little bit. He donated. What was it, a kidney?
Yeah, a kidney.
He donated a kidney to a friend of his, and so I stepped in and did a little bit of hockey stuff for the Herald, But then went on, graduated, Anderson News, Jessamine County paper, Jessamine Journal, and then I've been here for come up on 20 years now.
Yeah, because I remember you moved here and
you followed me.
Yeah, I did. Actually, I did. I was out looking for a place to move my trailer, and in the northern part of the town, I just happened to find a small acre lot, moved there, and you were here, and you said, "Hey, do you want to kind of work together again?" And because initially, when I first met you, my sports editor at the Jessamine Journal was leaving, and he said, "Man, you need to meet this guy." I said, "I think I'm going to just quit. I'm not going to do this. I don't want to train a new guy." But we met. We hit it off really good. In fact, I'm the one that introduced you to your wife, for better or for worse. But a lot of people don't realize that how many awards you had. I remember when we were at the Jessamine Journal, you had boxes of them, and I always said that it's kind of like another dust collector, something to hide the stain, and you had boxes and boxes of them. And both of us together done a lot of work. It's amazing to see some of the work that this man does. A lot of people don't see him working 70, 80 hours a week. They just see him, do the little stuff like this.
That's fun, man. It's like my old coworker Bobby Flynn used to say. He said, "This ain't working. This is fun." So I don't look at it that way. And I appreciate everybody. I've gotten a lot of stuff on Twitter and stuff in the past couple of days. And
put the picture up.
Did you text messages and stuff? And I appreciate all that. But I'm happy to win the award. And let me make it clear too. It's Journalist of the Year, but they hand out 3 of those, and one's in the collegiate category, one's in the daily category, and one's in the weekly category. So mine was in the weekly, so I'm one of 3. So I don't want everybody to think that I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread or something. So there are 3 of those given out every year. I very much appreciate that, and I appreciate all the comments and everything. But
I will have to say this: a lot of times, because I'm not a great writer, I'm a pretty decent photographer, but a lot of times when you do a lot of your creative stuff at the newspaper, I'll look at it and I'll think, "Oh my God, how did you do that?" And they think, "I don't know, I just kind of put it together." It's like no big deal to you, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I could never do that," And
just make it up as I go along.
But it's really amazing, and a lot of people don't see this. And and I was wanting to mention this. This is another thing. I know when we went to.
It's going to be embarrassing.
No, this wasn't too bad. A lot like when we went to work together at Jessamine County. both schools, the kids were like, well, you're an East Jessamine man, or you're a West Jessamine person, you know, and we kind of get the same thing here. But it's funny because I'm from Laurel County, and you're actually from out of state.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't, you know.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's
but it is good to work with the kids and help them, and I enjoy working with you.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to throw out any names or whatever, but there's trust me, there's a group of kids on one of the current teams that's currently playing. Like I said, I don't want to give it away, but they all call me Uncle Nate, so that makes my heart feel good. So
well, I know
it's good to get to know these kids, and hey, we're here to celebrate these kids and to talk about them and highlight what they do. And
well, this is a good opportunity to celebrate for you because
we're just positive, we're happy, I guess, because maybe we're right here in this studio with Madison County Live and all the good stuff and the good news that Randy and them focus on all the time. But it's supposed to be positive, uplifting, and you know, it's sports, so we have to tell you when somebody loses and all that stuff. But
a lot easier when they win, though.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun, though. But no, I appreciate it, and I think Ricky just wanted to be on the show. He'd never been on the show before, see? So
yeah, I've never been here.
You know, to be on the show.
I'm usually in the peanut gallery when he does it during the week, you know, and I'm just like in the background going. But no, I wanted him to bring the award, and of course, you know. It's hard to make him understand how we really appreciate him, and I do all the time because you know sometimes I'll actually write a few little articles, sports things, or mainly outdoor stuff, and he'll say, "Well, let me show you how to do this." I'm like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "Oh."
Very nice. Hand clap for Nathan.
Hand clap. I appreciate it. It'll probably never happen again. So there you go. I feel like this is my lifetime achievement award for doing this my entire life. So. Hey, it's all good. I appreciate it, and I'm not gonna stand up here and make an acceptance speech or nothing. So, but I appreciate everybody. So I appreciate you helping me out all the time, man. You're out there sometimes 2-3 nights a week helping me out. And
yeah, no, I love it.
Doing interviews and stuff, and even though I got to give you crap for putting those girls and Coach Stepp in front of the bathroom stalls the other night.
Hey, that was hey, that was his idea.
You showed me the video, and he met us afterwards, and it's like the bathroom, you know. So
I thought there were closets. I didn't know.
Yeah, nobody knew.
I guess I spoiled. I'm spoiled.
Luckily, nobody flushed it. You know,
I've had that happen before too. I've been in a locker room. Actually, that happened this last 2 weeks ago with the 11th Region All A. Yeah, the Berea girls again, and someone flushed. Those poor girls are standing there, and they go. Oh no!
I know when I will say this is like when Nathan is not there and I show up, they're always asking about you. I remember one time in
they're
particular.
Disappointed to see you.
Yeah, they are. Like the first time, I think some of the girls' golf team, I think it's Clarabeth.
Yeah.
She'd come up to me. And I said, "Who's what team is what?" Because there's like 6 teams out there playing golf, and you have a A team, B team, and everybody's wearing different shirts. And I was like, she's like. Who are you? And I said, I'm Nathan 2.0. And I said, no, I'm Nathan's friend. Oh, okay. Where's Nathan at? And then I had to, I said, well, he actually took a time off to go see his mother. Oh, that was so sweet. That's okay, And because he never takes off. He's always here, he rarely. And but I know we appreciate him, and I know the people in the county here really appreciate the service you do to them.
I have fun with it, man. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, I say this all the time on this show and on our nightly show and everything, is that all the coaches and everybody give me all the stats and everything. I couldn't get that information to you if people didn't give it to me. And like you're snapping pictures of box scores for me, and I got parents sending me stuff and everything. So
I try to help out as much as I can, because sometimes you'll say, well, can you show up? Yeah, I'm off at 4:30 I'm a nurse, and so I'll show up or say, Nathan, I get off at 7, but I'll go shoot it, but you're going to see me in scrubs.
Well, I think the region football championship game one year down at Southern, you were down there in scrubs.
Yeah, I just got off from work and I just went straight there.
We're out there taking team pictures and stuff, and he's got his scrubs on. So
it's like,
hey, we all do what we got to do, and it's a lot of fun. But I appreciate everything and appreciate your help, and It is what it is. It's an award, folks.
We want to congratulations.
It's nice, and
We're not.
like I was joking earlier, my company gave me a bonus, which even better. So I appreciate that.
Dinner's on you.
I'm kidding. We're gonna watch the Bengals game later, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you ever stop this and we can get out of here.
Okay. Well, here. I'll tell you what.
I told you 5 minutes, and we're way over 5 minutes at this point. But it's YouTube. We can talk as long as we want. It really doesn't matter. So
we'll let you finish it.
Oh, okay. Well,
congratulations.
All right. Well, that'll put an end. No, not an end. That'll put a wrap on this week's Richmond Register Sports Show. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode with some guest from somewhere. I don't know. Every week we just make it up. It probably looks like we're a lot more organized than we really are, but we're not. But we'll be back next week with a new show. And, of course, every night, Monday through Friday, we do have our nightly show, Madison County Sports Night Live, sometime between 9, 10:30, 11, somewhere in there. And we'll give you updates on what happened on that day in Madison County sports. But, of course, on Twitter is the best place to be, Richmond R Sports. And Randy,
look for my pictures.
And Randy added this up. We had over 8 million impressions last year on Twitter. Yeah. That's unbelievable.
So we're taking sponsors.
Yeah, thank you so much to everybody who follows us on Twitter. But over 8 million interactions last year. Or no, impressions. Yeah. But Richmond R Sports on Twitter, Register Sports on Facebook, RichmondRegister.com, all that stuff. Anything else I need to
No, that's it. We'll see you next week.
That's all. All right, we'll see you guys.
The Richmond Register Sports Show is brought to you by MetroNet, superfast internet, simply a better connection. Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Platinum Roofing, Solar and Green Solutions. Voted Richmond's best roofer 7 years in a row. And by kymedia.net, digital media solutions on your terms. Thanks for watching the Richmond Register Sports Show. For more information about all things sports in Madison County, log on to richmondregister.com or on Twitter. And like us, Register Sports on Facebook. Get the Richmond Register directly to your mailbox or get the app online and visit richmondregister.com.